This course is titled Adding Combs to Your Glueless Hair Unit. What you'll need some thread, cotton or polyester, your choice. You'll need a detachable comb, and of course your unit and a needle. The curved needles are the best. It makes things a little bit more easier if you wet the thread just a little bit before sticking it in the needle. Sometimes it's hard for that thread to get through there, but if you wet it just a little bit and make sure that it's together before you stick it in the hole there, it'll go through easy. Take your time because you don't want to poke yourself with this needle, because that wouldn't be good if you did that. So just take your time. It's going to take a little while. Don't get too frustrated. We got it. There it is. It's going through perfectly. This thread is a little long, and I mean, it's okay if you do it a little long, but you don't have to do it this long. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie a knot at the end of the thread. What I did was I ended up tying 2 knots because that first knot that I tied, it wasn't in the correct position that I needed it to be tied. I actually tied it twice, and then I'm pulling it together. Okay, so I'm pulling my unit closer to me so that you all can see. All right, I'm lining it up. And then I'm going to go in the wig first, put the comb in the position that I need it to be in. I'm going to hold it down, go through the wig first, and the comb second. You want to make sure you take your time when you're doing this. You want to tie it in a knot, go around the thread, pull it out. This will secure the beginning. Securing the beginning is very important because when you get all that tension, when you start wearing your units, it'll help. All right, so we're going to go through again. Go in the unit first, then pull through the comb piece. Tie it in another knot, go around the thread, pull up. All right, now we're going to start what is called a blanket stitch. All right, we're going to go through the unit first, then the comb. Okay. All right, so pull your thread straight out and then go under the thread that you just pulled straight out. Go in the unit first, then the comb piece. You're going to do this until you get to the end. There's no need to actually tie another knot right now, but you might want to tie one in the middle. That's only if you prefer. You're going to follow this same motion until you get to the end of the comb piece. The very end. Keep going. There's no need to rush. No need to rush. A lot of people, when they start doing this, they get to rushing. And that's why you might find it humpy and bumpy. But you got to take your time when doing this. Because if you're doing this for someone else, I mean, they're not going to want it to be bumpy and lumpy. They're going to want it to be nice and neat. So take your time. And if you're doing this for yourself, you don't want to half do it because then it'll come off again. And you won't have that security that you need. So take your time and go through. to the end. Did you know that some units that you get from vendors don't have combs on them? I've had a few that have came into my business, and I've had to add combs to them before I sell them. So sometimes vendors don't put combs on them. For a long time, I thought all units came with the combs on them, but I was wrong. All right, we're almost at the end here. Almost at the end. And also, you see, I got a few hairs caught up in there. But at the end, we'll go back through and we'll trim it a little bit. But just also make sure you keep your comb close by so that you can comb the hair down so it won't get in the thread when you're sewing. This unit is for myself. This is not for a customer, so I've had this unit for about a year now, and I've been meaning to replace the comb on it for a while, but I'm just now getting to the point where I remembered to actually do it. We are at the end, so now we are tying a knot. We are tying a knot at the end. We're going to go through twice with that knot at the end. And we went back a little bit so that it could get good and tight. We tied it around twice. Awesome, awesome. Okay, and now I'm going to cut the thread so we won't have that excess thread and needle just hanging from the unit. I'm going to get my small scissors because they seem to cut a little bit more better than my large shears. I got two places to cut, the beginning and the end. All right, so I'm cutting here at the beginning, close as I can. Okay, and I'm cutting the right side as close as I can. Great. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. Take your time with this part because you don't want to cut any of the extensions off. Just take your time. Take your time. Take your time. All right, and the finished product. And this is the end of this course. If you like this course, please leave a review.